Hi, I'm Carolina from Momjo, and I am sitting here with my daughter Liv. Say hi.
Hi.
And the reason why we're sitting here today is because we just returned from watching The Lion King, the new version.
It was awesome.
Okay, well, she just gave you her review, but we want to get into a little bit of what our thoughts are about the movie and tell you whether you should be watching it yourself, taking your kids in. You're going to get an impression from a mom and from a kid, and then you can make your decision. If you are new to Momjo, remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel to be notified of our new videos. So you just said it was awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Why did you think it was awesome?
Because the animation was like totally real and the animals were pretty cool and all the scenes were amazing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I thought it was visually stunning, right? The fact that people with technology can create such a vivid, such a lifelike impression of what nature is like. Of course, they're humanized, right? They act and behave like humans in many ways. It was actually just astounding. It was beautiful. The cuteness of the little animals.
Yeah, they were pretty cute.
Right. What did you think about it comparing to the old movie? You've seen the old movie. What do you think the differences were and which one did you like more?
Well, one of the differences were it was like realer more than the cartoon version, and that the eyes were like more realistic and they had more emotion.
So which movie did you prefer?
I prefer the cartoon version for myself.
Okay.
Because I really liked all the things, and it's amazing that they did it all by hand, and it was one of the first Disney movies.
Yes, it was actually the original was the last Disney movie, one of the last ones that was actually drawn as opposed to made by computer. So that was remarkable, but the first one. Let's talk a little bit about the scary parts. Did you find this movie scary? Was it okay for your age? How did you find that?
I think it's perfectly fine for any age, and the scary parts are not too scary. There's no blood, no nothing like that.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly fine for kids.
I remember when I was your age and I watched The Lion King, the first one. I was crying when Simba's dad died. I was really emotionally invested and I felt really devastated. How did you feel when you watched that scene this time around?
I really was not comfortable with it, but I think it was good enough to copy the other movies.
What do you mean you weren't comfortable? Just because you were sad?
Yeah, because I was not like so happy about what happened in the scene.
But it didn't want to make you cry?
No.
Is just as an adult, right? The idea that everything 90s is coming back and there's so many remakes. We just saw Aladdin last week, right? That was fun.
It was great.
And now we saw The Lion King. And I was just having a conversation with a friend about this earlier today. The question is, how many remakes do we want to watch? We love going back to the things that entertained us when we were kids, and that's always, a blast. But do we really want to watch the same story all over again, done a little differently? For me, what were some of the differences between the original and the new one? There was an extra song by Beyonce. There was a lot of banter, very millennial banter. Like they were eating some grub, right? And they were saying how the bugs were local. And there are a lot of allusions to that, to the new sort of lifestyle 20-something years later. But I didn't see many differences. So instead of just appreciating the storyline, because I already knew the storyline, I appreciated the other elements of the movie. It makes me wonder, though, whether this is something that should continue, whether Disney should really be investing in remaking things that were already big hits, or if they should be creating new storylines that are just as good. Do you like watching remakes? Do you like watching the same movie but done differently, or do you like to watch a brand new movie? How do you feel about that?
I like to watch remakes because the imagination of someone adds up to the story.
Interesting.
Keeps on going and makes newer and newer versions every time.
So you don't mind watching the same story all over again?
Because then there's newer versions and then everybody will be excited to watch it.
Okay, I love that. I mean, it's a very interesting perspective. For me, it was more about knowing exactly what was going to happen at every single turning point in the movie. You see a piece of hair flying and you know what's going to happen to the piece of hair. You see Mufasa trying to save Simba and you know what's going to happen to him. So I'm personally not into very predictable plot lines, and this was super predictable for me, of course. But should you go and see it with your kids? Do you think parents should take their kids to see it in the movie theater?
Yes, because it is a great movie and it's a retake, like I like it, and there's new things to it.
I think it's a fun movie. I think it's beautifully refreshing to watch a classic done in a very different way. I really do hope it's the last remake, right? They've done it once. They've done Lion King 1, 1.5, 2, now the remake. I think we're done. But I think that visually it is stunning, so it's worth seeing on the big screen. Our rating of the Lion King remake is what, 1 to 10? What would you give it? I give it a 9. I think we're pretty pleased. If you guys have any other questions, please drop them below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to Momjo, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Liv.
Bye.
Bye.